the main reason why they usually come to me is for them to have beauty enhancement, and also for those who are not confident enough, let's say they have like insecurities on their skin, on the structures of their facial, let's say eyebrows or lips or eyelids or something like that, they come to me to have it fixed.
Welcome to another episode of Unity Junction Radio. My name is Kyle, and from our home base here in QC Manila to a land that's well known for its fine engineering, its cultural heritage with classical music, literature, and if you're a foodie, if you like bratwurst and pretzels, you already know what we're going to be talking about and where we're going today. And joining us tonight is Sister Destiny König, owner of Browtech Art Beauty Studio. She's also the organist and the Buklod District Officer, amongst many other things, from the local congregation of Wiesbaden, District of Central Europe. Sister Destiny, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
I want to go back to the first few frames of your life. Like, where do we start? Way back, rewinding time back here, home in the Philippines.
So I was born in Iba, Zambales po, and then we were transferred in the island of Mindoro, and I grew up in Occidental Mindoro. I was able to finish college there, and then after college we transferred to Oriental Mindoro, and from there I've met my husband, and now I moved way back 2019 to Germany.
What did you take up in college? I'm just curious.
I took information technology, so I was an IT before.
Yeah, I mean, life
Really
has beautiful twists and turns from IT to what would I call the industry that you're in right now in Germany?
We call it here medizinische Kosmetik. So it's in German, it's in medical aesthetic.
Okay, so how did you make that beautiful twist and turn in your life from IT to doing what you do now?
When I started working in Oriental Mindoro, I become a fan of doing makeup myself. And then I have like some suppliers. I became friends with them, and then I was inspired to enroll in makeup school. And from then on, I started doing makeup during events like weddings. And from then on, we also started upgrading our skills, because makeup is very huge industry wherein you have a lot of competition. So you have to make yourself more upgraded, of course, with the services that you provide. That's why me and my friend, we decided to enroll in aesthetics. And then after that, I met my husband. So I was working before, and I do that as a side job. And then at the end of the day, I realized the reason why I took those seminars and trainings is because I'm gonna migrate from Philippines to Germany.
Beautiful twists and turns in our life. I'm curious, who convinced you to set up your own beauty studio all the way on that side of the world?
Here in Germany, I started my journey as an employee first. So I worked in a salon. But since I was new, it's just a few months when I migrated here. So I'm not that fluent in German. It didn't go as smooth as I
don't
was
think it ever
expecting
does with
it.
learning a new language. And for
Yes,
all languages,
yes.
I hear German is like probably one of like the toughest
Right.
languages to learn in the whole world.
You're right on that. So even though I've learned German for the past few years, I still have to really focus when I talk to them. It's really hard. Yeah. And then during that time, after working in a salon, it didn't go well. I met some Filipinos, and they said, "You're skilled. You have the skills and knowledge, and you have the capacity to have your own studio. Why not open it up?" So that's the beginning of my small business.
All right. Congratulations in the first place, because that's not an easy thing to do, to go from one culture to a completely different one, and then have to work with also different kind of skin types. Because I would imagine dito sa Pilipinas, you're working with Asian skin, and then I would imagine now you might be working with a lot more a mix of different kinds of people as well. First thing I want to ask is, how did you have any technique, or was it just practice every single day, learning from a book to figure out German?
Actually, it happens during COVID time.
Oh, okay.
So it's really a struggle.
We all had a lot of time.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, and then also I also have had my first child. What I did is I intro is still enrolled to different seminars, although it's online because the transition from face to face to online was really in demand on that time. And then after everything was back to normal, I still went to seminars and trainings here in Germany for me to be more familiarized with their products, their skin type, of course, because it's really different from us Asians. That really helps me to be more confident on doing my job.
Now, I know we have a lot of Filipinos and a lot of brothers and sisters who are also abroad and possibly also thinking about starting up their own businesses because they have a certain skill set or talent like you. Could you tell us your story about, let's say, choosing a location, your startup capital? How did you come up with the name for Browtech Art Beauty Studio?
I already have that name actually since I was in the Philippines. I used that as my business name, side job. And then I decided to still use it here in Germany. And for those who are willing to open up or to who are inspired to do same thing as what I did, so I would suggest you just ask or research on your area. First, ask the city, the government. They're much more willing to help people like us who's willing to open up a business. They will help us, they will give us the information. And then after that, everything will go and follow because they're really centralized here. Once you register the business, every letters will come up from different organizations wherein you will just have to follow up and then do the process that you have to do.
Oh, that's an interesting to find out, especially in Germany, I guess, because most of the time we think of entrepreneurship and we might picture an image of a man or a woman struggling solo all by themselves. But sometimes it's just easy to ask for help. And in your case, you asked the city that where you're based in to help you out. Any struggles, maybe, or hurdles or obstacles that got in your way that you figured out how to better deal with?
The first struggle, of course, is the language because that time that's way back 2021. So I'm not really fluent yet in German. So I have to communicate with them in English and I have to like translate it from time to time every time I communicate to them. But I was able to conquer it and was able to make my German knowledge as well better. And yeah, it's more easy for them to talk to me and for me to inquire of some things that I need to know, the laws that I have to follow as a business owner. Of course, the tax is also important. And then yeah, everything goes smoothly.
So let's talk about your practice specifically, your clientele. What are the main reasons why people will go to Browtech Art Beauty Studio?
The main reason why they usually come to me is for them to have beauty enhancement, and also for those who are not confident enough with their physical state. Let's say they have like insecurities on their skin, on the structures of their facial, let's say eyebrows or lips or eyelids or something like that. They come to me to have it fixed. But of course, there are certain categories that I have to consider. So not everyone who come to my studio will receive the service. I still have also the checklist and I also have consultation before doing the services. And then if they're not a candidate for that particular service, I would suggest them to go to specialist for the medical field because sometimes there are cases that I could not handle.
I can relate because in high school I had very, and I cannot emphasize enough, very severe acne, and I still have like scars 20 years later. And I had to take really strong medication as well. So whenever I go to a clinic here in the Philippines, for example, I have to tell them that I took this medicine for 6 months, for 12 months, and then they have to consider that in their treatment. When they go to you, when you say beauty enhancement, what are the things that we're enhancing specifically, like maybe acne scar removal?
It's more of beauty enhancement. Let's say eyebrow and fix with permanent makeup, make their structure more applicable because sometimes the structure are not fit on our, let's say, appearances. Let's say the eyebrows, you have to consider the bones and structure of the face, also the face shape. So it's more of a makeup but more advanced. And also scar cover up is I don't actually remove scars, but we cover it up and flatten up the areas that are not smooth. So it's more of skin tightening.
So it's not really
How-
surgical, no? It's
Yeah.
okay. So you have the ability to look at someone. I'm laughing because I'm probably sure you're looking at me and you're like, huh, I wonder how I can fix Brother Kyle's face right now according to his structure. Aside from like eyebrows, what else could you what other parts of the aesthetics of the face would you say you're able to enhance?
Yeah, the face, of course, everything. The lips, eyelid, the skin tightening. We call it here in German Hautstraffung. I also can do, removing of warts and stuff like that, stretch marks, something like that. So it's not basically the face. It can also be any other part of the body.
So when we're talking about your clientele, do you have fellow Filipinos also coming to your clinic, or would you say it's like 80% European or 80% German and then maybe 20% others?
It's actually a bit mixed already. So I would say 65 or 70% Asian because we have a lot of market when it comes to Asian. And 30% is European or
What are some of the
different.
differences between, let's say, Asian skin and European skin? The different considerations you have to make when you're consulting and giving advice and working with a specific patient from a specific part of the world.
So when it comes to European skin, their skin tends to have more how do you call that? Falten in German is like
I like how
they tend to
now you're actually translating from German
yeah,
to English
it's
Tagalog instead of the other
Falten.
way around. It's interesting.
It's really hard now
Mhm.
to really communicate when
Right.
especially when you learn and you live abroad and you
Right.
have different language. So as I was saying, European, they tend to have more fine lines on the skin compared to Asian, we produce more melanin. The melanin helps the skin to look more younger. If you would notice, Asian look younger as the Europeans. So that's the first thing to consider because there are instances or services that is not applicable for Asian since we produce more melanin. Once you hurt or damage the skin too much, it will produce more melanin and it will darken up
And we don't
compared to
want
European.
that much as opposed to, let's say, a European skin that could actually need a little bit of a boost of melanin.
For European skin, you could boost their melanin production. And when it comes to them, it's more applicable for them to have the plasma pen services or fibroblasts where you damage the skin because they don't really produce that darkness or the pigments. That's why I would suggest for Asian, there's like skin types from lightest to darkest. When it's really dark, the skin of the client, I would say no to them because it's really not safe to do it to them because instead of enhancing it, I will be making more damage and it will darken up and it will not look nice.
You've got great melanin levels, as you
Yeah,
should, because
I'm still okay. I can.
you are working within the aesthetics industry. So, do you have? I'm just curious, like, what's your nighttime routine, or your wake up in your nighttime routine? Because I'm sure there's a lot of brethren and a lot of viewers right now who are also wondering, how do I get nice skin like Destiny too?
Just moisturize your skin and sunblock.
Moisturize.
It's all.
I hear that all the time, even if I watch like a YouTube video or anything. The basics come down because you would think it's complicated, but hindi. It's just moisturize and sunblock.
When you moisturize, of course, you have to give your skin enough moisture for it not to have the fine lines and it will look more fresh. And you need sunblock for you to protect your skin against UV rays. That's the first enemy of our skin. We have dry skin, it's also prone to any infection as well. That's why we have allergies.
I did not know that, so thank you for teaching me something new today. With you being a mother, you have 2 kids, as I'm informed.
Yes, I have
2
two kids.
Of course, having your business, and then you're wearing so many hats. You're an organist. You are the Buklo district officer. You're a mother of 2, and then you have Browtech Art Beauty Studio. How do you balance it all?
The most important thing that I consider first is of course, my duty. So it's always first the duty and then the family and then the business is just on the third priority. So whenever I have like opening hours, I see to it that the time of the worship service is not there. So it's already blocked. They cannot book any appointment in my website.
Starting your own business, you were able, of course, to help with your family's finances, maybe send some
Yes.
money back home here in the Philippines, etc.?
Yeah, it really helps us in the family. I grew up in Philippines. We're six siblings, so I'm the firstborn, so it helps us. Also here in Germany, since everyone would agree, living here is also not that easy, especially with the inflation and everything at the moment. But and was able also to continue learning, to enroll in different skills to enhance more, because there's no one who could take that from me. If I've learned already, it's already there and they cannot remove it.
One of the things that you have to learn besides learning German is also driving, I would imagine. Do they drive on the right side of the road? Or is it the left side of the road there in Germany?
We drive on the right side. It's
Okay,
like in
so
the Philippines.
okay, it's like in the Philippines.
But driving in Germany is really expensive. We're able to have it. When did I have? 2 years ago.
In
Yeah, I
driver's
was able
license,
to
yeah.
finish it as well.
Why is it
Yeah.
expensive? You bring that up. Why is that expensive? Would you know?
They're really strict when it comes to driving here. So if someone who drives in the Philippines go and drive here in Germany, you will really notice the difference. They really filter those who drive here, and
Mahirap
it's
ba yung
really
driving
safe.
test? I would imagine. Kasi dito lang sa East Avenue, it's just... Sorry.
It's quite hard.
Is it? Okay.
It's quite hard, and also you have to attend series of driving lessons, and that is not also that cheap. It's a bit expensive.
We also talked about you investing in your education. Like there are certain tools and equipment that you might also have for the studio.
Yes, I was able to buy also the equipments. The last thing I've had is the plasma pen machine, the fibroblast, where I do the skin tightening. It's like lightning, it's electricity, and then you burn the skin with that one.
It sounds
So
painful, but I'm sure you're going to assure me it's not.
it's yeah, you will feel a little pain, but of course we use some a numbing aid, and then after that, of course, you will feel it. But the result is really rewarding. As it's better than having a surgery. It's better
Oh yeah.
of course,
My
with surgery,
face,
you would
like,
have to
bandaged,
really
like a mummy.
cover. Yeah.
You said results. So I'm just curious, like, okay, let's say I wanna look younger. How much younger can I realistically typically look after visiting your studio?
It depends on the way you would take good care of yourself. Of course, there's post aftercare, how we call it. So it's not only my job to do. I will just do the initial stage. So and then the rest will be the assignment or the Aufgabe of the client. It's a two-way job for us to have the result that we are trying to reach.
Potential client, my goal for me is to see you and to maybe remove some acne scars. But I think if you've gone through acne, you also know that it's also to probably help boost my self-esteem. But you as an entrepreneur, what is your goal in helping these patients, and of course in helping yourself and seeing where you might be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now?
Of course, my goal is to make the client happy. Yeah, that's my first goal. And personally, my goal or my target in the future is to be more mobilized. So I would see myself maybe after a few years to have, they call it Wohnwagen in German. It's like a mobile clinic where I can go from one place to another and bring the services there closer to the clients. And of course, to have employees as well. So all the services will be inside that clinic already.
Is it like a truck?
It's like if you see a big trailer, but it looks like a house.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Like
But
okay, yeah.
it's a studio, it's a clinic.
That actually looks cool to me.
Inside,
In my head,
everything
it looks
is
pretty
there.
cool. Yeah.
There's bed, there's like machines there. So it's a clinic, movable. So
What's the benefit
yeah.
in being immobile, like stuck in your office right now, versus being able to travel around the city?
It's actually more practical for us who work in our field, because if you were able to bring your clinic in one place, since Germany is really big, it's a really huge country. So there are lots of clients who's living in the northern part. So if you could bring your services there closer to them, it would be easier for you to have more clients. Yes.
Basically. Okay, so earlier you mentioned investing in yourself with education, because as you said, and we all know, it cannot be taken away from you. Would you please share some other lessons that you might have learned along your way in your journey so far?
The basic thing that I've learned as entrepreneur is if you wanted to strive, you should not stop learning. You should see yourself learning new things every day, every month. So once you have that skills already, once in your knowledge, no one can take that from you. And the second thing that I've learned is you have to surround yourself with positive people who inspires you to strive more, to learn more, prioritize your duty, prioritize your service in the church, your worship service, the faith. So those are the things that I've learned.
I learned something today, and thank you for that. And hopefully all of our family and friends and viewers have also had the same feeling, that with your story, no matter where we're coming from, life has its beautiful twists and turns. And as long as we pray and trust and learn and study and work hard, we can be in a good place in life, like where you are now there on that side of the world. So again, Sister Destiny, thank you for sharing your story today. And right now we're going to go ahead and listen to what the Bible says.
Entrust your ways to the Lord. Trust Him, and He will act on your behalf. He will make your righteousness shine like a light, your just cause like the noonday sun. Surrender yourself to the Lord and wait patiently for Him.
And that is what the Bible says. And now I would like to give you, Sister Destiny, the chance to greet all your favorite people in the world.
Ja, danke, Brother Kyle. Ich möchte Hallo sagen zu meinem Mann, meine Kinder, Kili und Finley, and also to the people in my family in Philippines. So of course, I will not forget you, Oliva family, and also the people here in Germany. Unsere District Minister, Bruder Joel Catalan, und Assistant District Minister, Bruder Jake Edick, and alle Geistliche in der Kirche. Vielen lieben Dank, und auch die Brüder und Schwester in Wiesbaden. Hallo an alle.
Again, Sister Destiny, thank you. And for all of our viewers online and on INC TV, thank you for spending your Saturday night with me. If you enjoyed and you were inspired by Sister Destiny's story in this episode, please do give us a like and or a heart or both. I think, can you do both? You can do both, right? Just follow INCPC socials on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at weare.incpc. And please feel free to share this link. And as usual, we'd like to acknowledge our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Unity Junction Radio. My name is Kyle, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
That's UJ Radio.